Hey! Ronnie Dale, Four Wheeling Australia.
And Torbs, welcome back. Season 1, Episode 2.
That's right, the main topic this time is all about cheap gear off-road, or cheap off-road gear.
Cheap off-road gear. Well, hang on before we get started. Make sure we still got the social distancing.
Mate, don't make me reset the cameras again.
No, we're good.
So the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Oh, we're going to dive deep into it this time.
We certainly are. Now, we may have touched on this subject before, but since that worst four-wheel drive mods that you can do, that video, there are some things we need to deep dive because there was a lot of questions on there.
There was a lot.
A lot of questions. A few people got upset.
They did.
A small portion of people.
We can't help that. Unfortunately, the truth hurts sometimes. So.
But we'll deep dive into what you can actually get away with buying cheap and what you probably can't get away with. There's a lot more to it, so we'll get to that.
We've got item of the show.
I brought the item of the show in, you brought the beer of the show.
I certainly did.
I'm looking forward to that because now we actually have a competitor on the actual list.
Yeah, I did a bit of research on this one. So.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Following the main topic of the show, we have four-wheel drive tip of the show.
Followed by our correspondent up in Broome, Harry from Fire to Fork with cook and tip of the show. I think we get straight into it.
Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got this time.
I'm looking forward to your beer.
I'll bet you are.
Hit it, Torbs. It's that time. We're going to kick this show off with YouTube question of the show. Actually, that's not how we say it. It's just YouTube question. This is the first one. This one is from Gantry Crane. Oh, he sounds like a strong person. Gantry Crane. About a month ago, by the way.
That is a bad dad joke.
What kind of antennas do you have mounted to your ARB bull bars? Question mark. Can you talk about that? Question mark. What I will point out though is your bull bar is in fact an ARB bull bar. Mine is in fact an opposite lock bull bar. Exactly like that one hanging on the wall. Except for mine's 5 years old and looking a bit worse for wear.
Yeah, it's not as shiny as that one.
No, not as
sure.
Yeah, it's been used. Start with yours.
Yeah, so mine, I'm running two 6 dBi GME aerials. I call them medium stumpies. I don't know what the technical name is.
Those fiberglass ones.
Yeah, fiberglass, the thicker ones. So I went for them because they look good. I mean, that's important. It's got to look good.
But you use it as a measuring stick too.
And I do use it as a measuring stick, so...
Not just for drive-throughs. Also for the bush.
For the bush, yes. That way I know that my swag on the roof is going to pass under the tree.
So they do more than just communication. On mine, I think I have a 6 dBi on one side. I'm not going to mention a brand because there's absolute rubbish on that side. I don't like it. It's going to get changed. I'm going to go for same as what you have, which is, what was it, GME ones?
GME, yeah.
And then on the opposite side, I have a GME AM/FM antenna. Now, I've gone through quite a few of those because when you do hit a branch low, it does snap off. Now, I do use mine as a guide as well. But just so the audience knows, we're going to shift all our antennas to the roof now.
Yeah.
But we're still going to have something on the front as a guide because that comes in handy.
It does, yeah. I think I might go one on the front as far as still an operational aerial and one on the roof. That way I've got the forward throwing signal and then I've got one for overall.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
All right, that's that YouTube question. Number one.
That was a good one.
It was a good one. Oh, up and ante on the entrance there.
Oh yeah. Item of the show.
It's a big item. All right, this is called a bonbry.
A what?
A bonbry. Bon in some languages means party, and bry is South African for like a barbecue, I guess.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, audience. I'm not South African. Bonbry. All right, this is actually pretty cool, man, and I used it a couple of times already. Okay, now it has a few attachments, but I'm just going to show you the basics of it. I've got some footage of me using it too with the kids.
At least it's a strong bag for once.
I picked this up from Quick Pitch Oz. What is it? It's a fire pit you can put on any surface and it won't burn it because it's got layers. Let's pull that off. See, it all comes apart, you know.
Sweet, shall I go get some wood and we'll test it out here?
Yeah, not in here, mate. We've got enough smoke in here with the smoke machine. So this is the ash plate, and you can see that is why it doesn't burn the surface. So we could actually have it here. If we didn't have a roof, we could actually have a fire right here. And the cool thing is, it's got all these attachments, so you can in fact just barbecue stuff on coals. That's how you do it there. But if you got a few flames, or you got a nice pile happening there, or you want to lower heat or whatever, you can adjust the heat by doing that. Now you can also do this.
Ooh,
and you can do a roast. And then you can smoke meat in it too. So say you catch fish or something, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And this one here,
I can see what they had in mind here.
it's like a polenta kind of style. This thing's Spanish to me, this thing.
Nah, that's for doing a massive boerewors.
Yeah, true. Massive boerewors, being South African. So I haven't used this hot plate though, I've got to say. Yeah, we did some marshmallows on it. We used it as a fire pit. So here's another attachment. Now I'm not actually sure everything you get with it, but these pegs here, you'll see on your screen, holds this up, and then this is where you throw your wood, and you increase the size of your fire pit.
That'll look cool, actually.
This is my choice of cool item of the show.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this before. It might have been around for a while, but to me and to Australia, this is new. Now, there is a link down below if you want to know more about it. There is limited quantity there as well. So, there you go. But I reckon they'll bring some more in. I reckon I'll go quick.
Yeah.
But I've got the first one. Bon Bry. It's now that time of the show, the favourite time of the show for me and you and the audience.
Ooh.
We need to fill this stubby holder.
We do.
We need to fill this stubby holder.
Beer of the show.
Beer of the show.
Beer. Oh, I better go get a beer, right?
Beer.
Let's lose that
Beer.
and fill that. All right.
So what do we got, mate? What do we got?
We have, I will admit, I did grab this one just because of the name to start with.
That's usually how I do things, though.
Tinnies.
What?
Tinnies.
Oh, tinnies, sorry.
Yeah, tinnies.
I thought you said something else.
Mind out of the gutter. So once I saw it on the shelf, and the name just jumped out at me, of course, I did a little bit of research, and it apparently is an award winner. So I figured it's got to be good.
An award winner, eh? What, this particular one?
From what I could see, yes, but there was it looked like 3 different types.
So it's a pale ale. Yep, cool. 1.4 standard drinks. All right, we're still in COVID-19, so phantom cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Ooh, smells fruity.
First impressions.
Oh, Nelly.
Smooth.
Yeah?
Not bad. Bit heavy on the tongue. After.
I got a bit of a punch.
It's kind of all happening here. All right, so we're going to nurse this through while we do the main topic.
Yeah.
And then we'll tell you how this beer fares on the tally versus the only other beer we've got so far, which is the Pirate Life Mosaic.
Yeah.
Tinnies. Cool.
I like the name.
Cool name.
It's cool, isn't it?
Well, we better get to the main topic. That's what you're all here for. So let's do that right now. Cheap off-road gear, camping and four-wheel driving.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
I'll kick it off by saying the affordability part.
Yeah.
That is definitely the number one for cheap gear off-road.
Yeah, that's right. And it's a good way to dip your toes in.
If you're not sure if you want to commit to four-wheel driving.
That's right.
Yeah, so why would you spend a lot of money if you're not sure yet?
That's right.
And then once the bug bites, I guess that's when you got to consider your options again.
Yeah, that's right.
And look, we will get to, at the end, there are some things you can get away with buying cheap, and there are some things you cannot buy cheap. And we'll get to that at the end of this discussion, once we pass ugly. Sorry, I put it at you there.
You're bad.
It's better than being ugly. All right, enough of the banter.
Yeah. Another good example is, you just want to head out to that fishing spot or the surfing spot.
Oh yeah, so you're just putting stuff in your vehicle just to get to your fishing spot, to have a bit of shade maybe. You're not a serious full driver.
Yeah. You only go out half a dozen times a year.
Just stuff you need,
Yep.
just to go fishing.
And that stuff works perfectly fine. So
You want to spend more money on your fishing gear and your surfing rather than your full driving because you're just using the vehicle to get there.
that's right.
You know, you don't need to spend $1 million on that.
No.
I guess apprentice wage is another good one. Low income earners.
Yeah,
You know, because let's just bring something up here too. You and I and a lot of other people, we live and breathe four-wheel driving.
Yeah, that's right.
There are a lot of hunters out there, say like a bow hunter. They live and breathe bow hunting.
Good example.
They wouldn't go to Kmart or Walmart or, for example, a hunting shop and buying a cheap bow. They'll look at it and go, oh my God, I'm not hunting with that. Look at these arrows, these are rubbish, right?
Yep.
A pro fisherman would not go and buy a Kmart fishing rod.
No,
I would use a Kmart fishing rod because I have no idea what I'm doing.
that's
But-
true.
Yeah, that's very true, isn't it? Sad but true.
Very true.
That's a good song, by the way, Sad but True, by Metallica.
Ah, it is actually. Yeah.
Anyway, back on track here. So that's my point there. So we need to realise that people don't live and breathe four-wheel driving, but they are watching this show because they want to know what they can get away with.
Yep.
And maybe later, like you said, dip your toes in,
Yep.
then the bite bugs, and you're
Then
screwed.
yeah, that's
your
right.
pockets.
Then you're sucked in like we are.
Yeah. I think we are done with the good.
Yeah. There's not that much good.
But there might be some other good ones. What about you guys? Comment other good reasons down below.
Yeah,
While
I'd
we
like
move
to know.
Well, we move to bad. You can kick off the bad.
The bad. Buy twice, cry twice. That's the old saying, isn't
Yes, buy twice, cry twice. Or you can end up buying 3 times.
it?
Here's the thing, I like that one you brought up. Now, most people look at it as like people will buy something cheap,
Yep.
it fails. Half the time, they'll go and buy something cheap again. And then it may or may not fail.
Yep.
And then it might be 3 times cry because by the 3rd time, now they're buying something that's a bit more, has a reliable name.
Yep.
And then they're paying a premium price while they already have paid the 2 lower prices, but also suffered the frustration
Oh,
of having the crap gear.
yep.
You know what it's like.
Oh, we've both been there. And then you start to kick yourself and go, why didn't I just buy the good quality stuff the first time?
Like it comes down to the fine details sometimes, like zippers on bags, zippers on awnings.
Oh my God.
Just the simple things.
Yeah,
You know, all the small details that are overlooked.
that's right. Unfortunately, the quality control just isn't always there.
Yeah,
So,
it kind of disappears
yeah.
when it goes there, and the machine tolerances and all that goes out kind of out the window because they've got to pump it out because they're making money on quantity, not quality.
And the other bad thing is rubbish, trash. Most of these cheap quality products, when they break, people get frustrated and they just ditch them in the bush.
Oh, you're talking about the oxygen thieves, the low life people that just throw stuff? Yeah.
That is one way to put it, yeah.
That's actually a really good point. Now, what Torben is saying, he's not saying that people with cheap gear are going to throw it in the bush. He's going to say that people with cheap gear that breaks are more likely to throw it in the bush if they're those types of people that leave rubbish in the bush.
Yeah, that's right.
Because we always find cheap stuff.
Oh, all the time. Solar panels, awnings,
Chairs.
chairs. That's the biggest
Tables.
one. Tables.
Big frames for the
the gazebos.
and tents as well.
Yep.
Because they're cheap tents, they don't care.
That's right. It's that mentality of, I didn't pay that much for it. It broke on me. I'm frustrated.
I'm leaving it
To
in.
hell with it. I'm just going to ditch it.
Yeah.
And
Now, unfortunately, there's a minority
Yeah.
that does that, but we never, ever, ever see a quality product left out there. Because if it is
Not
left
on
out there, someone
purpose.
else will pick it up.
yeah, that's right.
Now, to back this up, these statements up, the one that Torben started, both from Outback Cleanups.
Oh, damn, he does a good job.
He does a great job and he finds a lot of crap out in the bush. And
Yeah.
he always sends me photos and they're always cheap quality gear. It's like cheap quality solar panels lying here, chairs,
Yeah.
annex, awnings.
And it's the
Roof racks
same
even.
products every time.
Yeah, I don't want to mention the brand because it's kind of bagging that brand out. It's not their fault. It's
No.
the people's mentality, but because it's so cheap, it gets left out there.
That also brings me to the topic we were talking about earlier.
Ah, the Throwaway Society. Now, we're all part of this society,
Oh, we're
wherever
all
we like
guilty
it or
of
not.
Yeah, that's
Throwaway Society. Not reusable plastic bottles, that kind of stuff.
yeah,
Problem is, it also rolls into camping gear.
it does. Yeah,
And I can relate to this. I'm guilty of this too. When I used to be in construction work, I used to have Bunnings chairs, you know, cheap $6
yeah.
chairs.
Yep.
$7 chairs, well, $10 I think they were back then. So I'd have a chair and I would constantly leave them behind on the work site. Now, I wasn't worried because it would only cost me $10. I got my use out of it and I knew that someone else would either use it or it'll get thrown in the on-site skip bin.
Yeah.
But that's throwaway society.
That's a perfect example, isn't it?
Yeah, and sometimes when I left that chair at a site, I would then grab my better chair from home that I used for camping. And when I left that behind, that was my old moon chair,
Ooh.
$80 moon chair.
I bet you went back.
I drove kilometres to go back and get that chair. I was so frustrated when I left it there. And sometimes I got all the way home, but I had to go back to the same site again. But I was like stressing that it might be gone.
Yeah, more than likely it probably would have been.
Yeah, thankfully it was always there.
Yeah.
But there you go. The ugly.
Oh, it's always the ugly part.
This can get a bit touchy here.
Yeah.
We won't mention names.
No, definitely won't mention names, but you get a lot of four-wheel drive presenters out there that are promoting products because they're getting paid to promote them, and they're not necessarily products that they would use themselves, but that's the industry norm.
Yeah. So let's get one thing straight here. We are not having a go at these people at all.
No,
like you
definitely
said,
not.
it's the industry norm.
Yeah.
It's the television norm. To get their television shows, they need sponsors. They need a lot of money.
Yeah, got to earn a wage somehow, and
Yeah, and they've got to pay for the whole crews, and
yeah,
they don't do their own editing. Someone else edits all this stuff.
that's right.
There's big production behind it, and when companies come in, they are supporting these television shows. But like you said, a lot of them would never ever put some of that stuff in their own vehicle.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and it's not like you can stand up on your show that they've just helped produce and go, this product is rubbish.
Yeah, they can't do it because then they won't pay the bills next time.
That's right, yeah.
Or they could sue them.
Or even worse, yeah, that's
Yeah.
going to cost you more.
Because there are contracts that these people have to sign.
Yeah,
That they have to be in the best interest of what they're talking about. What I'll say is I'm in a good position to choose who I would like to work with. And I've been unsponsored for a very long time, but I have started to work with Engel fridges. Now I've used Engel fridges for how many years?
oh,
With 3 or 4?
be 3 or 4, and we've had them in the past as well.
Yeah, you've had them in the past.
Yeah, for years.
Brother-in-law's got a 30-year-old fridge,
Yeah.
so I know it's a quality product, and therefore I would back that product. I'm happy to work with them, but
Yeah.
if it was anyone else, I'm not interested. And that's where I'm picky and choosy, and we're just talking about Engel. That's the only thing we're going to talk about
Yep.
right now. And apart from Caltex, who are no longer Caltex, so that's no more cheap diesel.
Bugger.
But yeah, and that's another one. We
Yeah.
only ever used Caltex or BP. They were the only two we ever used because
That's right.
we know the inside information of what happens with all the other names involved, but
Yeah.
allegedly. So let's not go there.
Allegedly, yeah,
in case.
we don't
Allegedly.
physically have proof,
Yeah.
so we just go.
Read between the lines. Other full drop presenters, they're getting paid to say things about certain products, and some are, some will go for the higher value, of course, because they get more dollars. It pays.
Yep.
It pays for their crew, pays for all that. So don't believe everything you see. But let's not take anything away from these presenters. That's how they work.
Yeah.
That's how the TV industry works.
And that's only some products.
Yeah,
It's not
not
all
all the
products,
products,
yeah.
but some products. And there's this, like, we could name so many products that are like, ugh, wow, I can't believe you are using that
Yeah.
on that vehicle with all this other stuff, and you
Oh.
put that on there.
It's
Let's not go there.
no. Let's move on.
Let's move on to what you can get away with and what you can't get away with
Oh.
when it comes to cheap gear off-road.
Yeah.
The bit you've been waiting for. What can you get away with, in our opinion, cheap? What can you get away with cheap?
And what can't you get away with?
Yeah, more importantly, what you can't get away with.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so let's start off with what you can get away with. I'm going to say general camp cooking gear. So camp ovens, camping equipment like hammers.
Gaffle
and-
irons and
exactly, and grills and cast iron plates,
Yep.
pans, pots, all that stuff.
blow up mattresses,
Chairs.
chairs. Yeah.
What about cookers?
Cookers.
Depending on where you live, I reckon.
Yeah.
Because if there's no wind,
You can get away with just about any gas cooker.
gas cooker.
Yeah.
But
Windy areas, you can't get away with the
no.
cheap can ones.
And let's not forget about cold areas too. What about when they freeze up?
Oh, then they're hopeless.
cheap ones.
Yeah, you get this little flicker of a flame. It's not going to cook anything.
Yeah, and sometimes it just won't even light.
Yeah,
and then you got to get the other can, and yeah, it's something weird, something scientific going on there.
Yeah.
Let's go to car mods a bit more now.
Yeah, car mods is definitely one that I personally think you can't go cheap.
What's that?
Car mods.
Depending on what it is.
No, sorry, engine mods.
Yeah, engine mods, do not go cheap on engine mods. You're just
No.
going to ask for trouble.
That's right.
There used to be a brand called, let's just say Clip It. Allegedly, a lot of engines blew up because of it.
Yeah.
You can't go cheap on modifying your vehicle, especially when it comes to chip tuning and flash tuning.
Oh, definitely.
You can't go cheap.
No.
You cannot go cheap. And look, even some of the expensive stuff, if you get the wrong installer who just wants it in and out of the door,
Yep.
look out, guys. Engine mods, don't do cheap.
That's right. Do your research.
Driveline.
Driveline, yes. Suspension,
Tyres,
definitely. I agree
definitely
with you
tyres.
there.
The only time you can get away with cheap tyres is, for example, if you just have a fun truck on a farm, or you just have a fun truck that just goes to play and comes back.
Go for it.
Yeah, definitely go for it there. But
Yeah.
if you're a proper tourer and you're touring the country, man,
I wouldn't want to be
nice.
relying on cheap tyres out in the middle of nowhere.
Hell no.
Because if you are close enough to somewhere to get new tyres, it's gonna
Oh
hurt.
yeah, it's gonna hurt. You're paying for it later. That's
Yeah,
that's
big
exactly right.
time.
That's a bloody good thing you brought up there. But what can you get away with? Roof racks.
Roof racks, yeah.
It'll be
but
heavier.
Definitely heavier because normally cheap means steel.
Yeah, the material's cheaper, right?
Yeah.
Drawer systems.
Yeah, heavy again.
Electronics, no way.
Definitely not electronics.
No way.
Fridges, 12-volt charging gear.
Especially fridges.
Yeah.
Now, biased opinion to Engel, of course, as you already know. But this fridge here, for example, can operate 50 degrees below ambient temperature. So if it's 40 degrees in the Kimberley, it can run at -10.
That's
Guaranteed.
pretty good.
Yeah, where some fridges, I'm not going to name the brand, but you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, they just
Shuts off. It's like, does not compute. There.
Yeah, game over.
Let's just clarify this. Engine mods, suspension, tyres,
Electronics.
electronics, yes,
Yeah.
and driveline.
And driveline.
Don't go cheap.
Yeah, just don't go there. That's going to hurt, and it can hurt a lot.
Look, lights you can go cheap on if you're not relying on them. You don't know, and you don't need good lights. If you're just bashing around the bush, looking for your campsite, looking for a fishing spot, whatever lights, okay?
If they fail, it's not going to stop you from getting home or...
No, it just make it a bit harder.
Yeah, that's right. Especially if you're following him.
Okay, but when it comes to cheap mods, all camping gear, no holes barred, I'll have to say.
I reckon, yeah.
Cool. What do you guys think? It's now that time to conclude the beer of the show.
Beer, 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 beer.
I was pulling back out. I still have a bit in mind. Look, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
It started off interesting, but then it kind of finished a bit flat on me. So, tinnies, look, it's not bad, but it's definitely, I wouldn't go and buy this. That's just how I'd say it. But if someone you gave me this, it's good. It's nice. Cheers. Thanks for the beer.
My first sip was definitely a punch. Caught me off guard. Hasn't got better, that's for sure.
It's not too bad, to be honest. It's not too bad.
So,
I'm going to give it a 5.
you're going to give it a 5?
5 out of 10.
I'm going to be honest, I'd give it a 4.
A 4?
Yeah,
Okay.
4. I mean, I can finish it, but I wouldn't buy it again.
Okay.
It's not for me.
There you go. In our opinion, this is where the tinny lies against the Mosaic Pirate Life beer.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to episode 3. I'm just looking forward to every episode so we get to try all these different beers. Okay? It wasn't bad, but yeah, like I agree with you.
Now it is that time of the show, 4-wheel drive tip.
Of the show. We're driving along and all of a sudden we hit a very boggy or soft section and you're starting to sink. As long as your vehicle is still moving forward, you're okay to keep applying acceleration. Not more acceleration, but just keep trying to power through it. Because once you stop, you're not going forward again without a lot of shovel work. But the minute you sense that you are not going anywhere, stop. Completely stop. Because the more you sit there, the more you try and rev it, the deeper you are going to go and the longer you are going to be there to dig yourself out. So the best thing to do in this situation is once you stop, try and reverse a bit and go as far back as you can. As soon as your vehicle stops going backwards, stop again. Go forward, go backwards, go forward, go backwards. What we are doing here is called compressing the ground. Once you compress the ground, you got more traction and you won't sink as much into that sand, and you've got a far better chance of taking off. This is one of the best techniques to use in sand driving. Anyway, if you're leaving the beach and you know it's soft, just go backwards and forwards a couple of times. Even if it's 20 meters forwards, 20 meters back, just make those nice compact tracks. You'll find that when you take off, you'll get over that dune, you'll get off that beach. It's a great technique. Put that in your playbook.
And we're back. So what do you think of that tip?
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ronnie did a good job.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might keep him on. So now we're going to give Harry, our correspondent up in Broome, a call and see what our cooking tip of the show is.
Hopefully he's ready.
Rondo, how you going, mate?
Good, mate. How are you? Can you see me?
Excellent. I can see you.
Oh, there we go.
G'day, mate.
Hey, mate, how you going?
Good.
I might turn it sideways so you can... Oh, that's not going to help.
No.
It's not going to help me.
What's the weather like up there anyway?
Mate, it's bloody dry season. It feels amazing. It's dry, it's sort of, I think it's 45% humidity or something stupid like that. And yeah, like 30 degrees, 32 degrees. I'm loving it. I'm sitting outside comfortably, having a fire, no worries.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Lucky.
Well, if it... I had a fire the other day, Harry, for the first time this year.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's
Marshmallows
awesome.
and some burnt chicken.
No burnt pork roast?
Not yet, mate. Not yet. That's coming up next.
You'll notice there are big lights on my face today. It's because, as usual, you called me so late that it got dark. So even when you're not travelling, you still call late enough that it's dark. So yeah, well done.
That's like I'm going to get back to my crib in the dark. That sounds real gangster, doesn't it? Crib.
Oh, there's no helping him, is there?
Nah, there's no helping. Like, take the journey out, he'll still finish late.
So what do you got for us, mate? Cooking tip of the show.
All right, cooking tip of the show is actually a slight tweak on on some of my old recipes, but a change I'm going to start making on all my future ones. And that is, before you do something slow cooked like pulled pork or my bush ribs or something like that, before you slow cook meat, chuck it on the fire, straight on the grill for like 10 minutes on heaps of heat. And you actually want to char it a bit and throw lots of smoke in it. So, throw fresh wood on there, that's actually going to put smoke and flame and everything all over it. And then drop it in the camp oven, and it gives this fantastic smoky kind of charry, beautiful flavour as opposed to just, meat in sauce. So that's my tip of the week.
I like it.
Yeah, it's one of those that we don't really think about and realise until we actually said it. That's why we like cooking on fires as well, because you get that smoky flavour.
Exactly. And that bit of char, which you just don't get inside a camp oven, unless you burn it. So sometimes you get it in the camp oven.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. So some of those bits of chicken I didn't burn were really smoky and really nice.
Yeah, just like the perfect amount of char.
Buys 2 kilos and eats half a kilo.
Yeah, that's all right. Just standard Ronnie wastage.
All right, Harry, good on you, mate.
All right, cheers, fellas.
Bump out.
Right a bump. Boom.
Boom.
See you, mate.
Boom.
Cheers, mate.
See you, buddy.
See you, buddy.
And that was the correspondent from Broome, Harry from Fire to Fork. Now, you want to check out some good recipes? Head over to his YouTube channel.
Definitely.
He cooks some fantastic food.
He did.
Which is why we invite him on trips.
Yeah. Except last time he hurt himself, so we had to cook for the last half.
And Harry, we got your favourite colour on the wall behind us.
Purple.
Rightio, folks. Any topics you would like me and Torps to talk about, throw them down below and we'll see what we can do for you.
And some good YouTube questions. Drop them in the comments.
That's it. Good questions.
Yeah, good ones.
I have one request before we go.
Yeah, what's that?
A ninja escape.
A ninja escape.
A ninja escape.
All right.
Bring it on. See you later.